Hello everybody, welcome back to It's Jake. So, yes, as the title implies, or I presume the title implies, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to title this video yet. This is sort of a sequel to a video that I did at the end of about 2019. If you didn't know, about December 2019 I did a video where I sat down in front of the camera, pressed record with absolutely no plan on where the video was going, and I just rambled on for like 20 minutes. Well, it was actually a lot longer than 20 minutes, but once it was all edited down and I put the video together, it was about 20 minutes, so you're welcome. And I thought, you know what, that was kind of fun to make that video, why not make another one? So here we are, about 3 years later, doing another, sitting down in front of a camera with no plans and just seeing what happens. Yay! Still got no batteries in this sonic screwdriver toy thing, so they don't give you batteries. You know what I hate? I guess this is how we're starting off the video, with a rant about batteries and toy manufacturers. So you know what I hate, especially, is I collect a lot of the sonic screwdriver toys from Doctor Who. I've done ever since I was a kid. Still doing it now. We all need a hobby, I guess. But you know what I really hate? Is these always take those little round silver button battery things, and they always take the AG13 sized ones. And you know what I hate about those little round silver batteries? They always sell them in packs of multiple sizes, and you never need, or at least I don't need, any of the other sizes. I just need the AG13 sizes to put in these fucking things. I also put them in the sonic screwdriver prop that I use for my fan series over on the Doctor Who channel as well, so I do need them for that, of course. But they always have them in packs of like 6 or 7 different sizes, and I only need the AG13s. And they only put like 6 batteries of each type in a pack. So I'm left with batteries, or you know, like enough batteries to fill maybe 2 of these at best, and then I got like another 20 batteries of different sizes that I have no use for. What do I do with them? And it really annoys me, you know. Battery manufacturers, get your shit correct, because I've never once seen battery packs of AG13 silver disc batteries being sold on their own. They are always packaged together with a bunch of other sizes that nobody ever fucking needs. It's ridiculous. Sort it out, battery manufacturers, you bastards. But anyway, now I've got that rant done out of the way with, what can we talk about in this video where there's literally no plan whatsoever? No, I don't know either. Well, it's been about 3 years since I did the first part in the series. A lot's kind of changed since then. There was a worldwide plague outbreak. Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall are no longer at the forefront of Doctor Who. I've done a fair few things, most of which I'm probably not going to say on camera, because, yeah. It's been so long since I made the first video that I identified as asexual when I made it, so that's how long ago it was. I got a tattoo and a job since the last one of these. Went to my first nightclub as well earlier in the year. Interesting experience. Don't think I particularly like the idea of nightclubs anymore. Got my nipple pinched by some random drunk guy in there, so that was memorable at least. Acquired some things. I put up another shelf, it's just above my head here, so if you see a big plank of wood and lots of books suddenly fall on my head and break my skull in the middle of this video, then you'll know that that's what that is. I mean, it's stayed up for a good week and a half now, so it seems to be okay. And yeah, so a lot of stuff's happened. I guess we'll just discuss some of those things here, and if anybody finds it interesting or stimulating conversation, then you're welcome. Stick by the rest of the video. If not, if you don't like unscripted rambling, then you're probably not going to enjoy the rest of this video. I mean, you've been here for like probably 5 minutes at least at this point anyway, so if you're still here, I'm going to assume you're at least willing to give this video a go. So yeah, out of all the things that have happened since I recorded the last unplanned video, I'm saying that like that was the last video I did and I just haven't posted in like 3 years, when really I've been posting like a good couple hundred videos since then, and like, I don't know why I'm saying this as though there's been a huge gap between this video and the last unplanned video, because like, I'm sure I've talked about a lot of this stuff at least briefly in some other videos since then, but I don't know. It just feels kind of right to discuss things that have happened since the last video of the unplanned variety in particular, so I don't know. So I guess out of all things that have happened, where do we begin? The tattoo that I got, I've actually never really shown it off online actually since I got it. I got it on October 1st, 2021, so it's been a good 14 months. Over 14 months at this point since I got it. And I just now realised I've actually only ever shown it off once on the internet, and that was in one of my worst tattoos videos. I was like, hey, I got a tattoo now, here it is. And I showed it for like 6 seconds. So now I'm qualified to dig into these other people for having shitty ones, and I just got on with the video. So I've never actually shown it off properly before online. That ends today, however. Let's see if I can do this without getting TOS or something. For those of you not in the know, TOS stands for Terms of Service. Basically, I'm trying to not get banned off YouTube for accidentally exposing anything that shouldn't be exposed on camera. Alright? So, yeah, that's that there. I think that's in frame. That's only the second time I've ever shown that off online. So, yeah. Don't remember if I ever explained in that Worst Tattoos video what it was about, to be honest. Alright, so you've all seen it. Good. No more looking at my thighs and underwear, please. If you want more, subscribe to my OnlyFans. That's a lie, I don't have an OnlyFans. Not yet, at least. I don't know, that might be a viable option in the future because money. So yeah, that's the tattoo, and the story behind it is it's based off my favourite book series, the Southern Reach trilogy. More specifically, it's based off the cover art design for the collection of the trilogy, because I got the 3 books separately, but there's another version where they had all 3 books in one big book, basically, and the cover art of that was basically that tattoo. Only the leaf's a bit different because the tattoo artist said that the leaf, it was more like a 3rd leaf kind of thing on the original cover art. I'll find a picture and put it up here if I can find one. It's basically that. But he said the leaf wouldn't work as a tattoo because it would just look like a blob after like a very short amount of time. So he changed it a bit to be a slightly less clustered kind of leaf, and that's what it became. And yeah, that's kind of nice. Quite like it. Yeah, so it's based off of my favourite book series, basically. Probably would end up getting a Doctor Who one at some point, to be honest. I mean, I would honestly be surprised if I didn't get a Doctor Who tattoo at some point. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with it though. I don't know, I've got a few random ideas in mind, most of which I probably won't go ahead with, to be completely honest, because they're probably not that great of an idea in hindsight. And I don't want to end up on my own worst tattoo series, so I've got to be careful, you know. So yeah, I guess I could discuss some like random tattoo ideas that I've had here. Well, I don't know really. I just kind of like the idea of getting tattoos to represent like all my favourite media and stuff, basically. Either that's the dog coming up the stairs or being burgled. One of the two. Nah, don't worry, it's just the dog coming up the stairs. Not being robbed today. But yeah, I just like the idea of having tattoos based off of all my favourite media and stuff. That's why I kind of want to get a Doctor Who one at some point. I've already got one for the Southern Reach books. I don't really know what to get for a Doctor Who one though, because I don't want to go for something that everyone else has, because so many Doctor Who fans that have tattoos, they've got like a TARDIS or sonic screwdriver or like a spacey thing with like a quote from New Who on there or something. I feel like all of that's quite generic. I want to go for something that's a bit more unique if I do get one. I don't want to be like an incredibly obscure reference to some random like 70s episode though, but I don't want it to be something that's just completely generic and predictable for a Doctor Who tattoo, you know? I don't know, maybe like a little TARDIS outline or something, that could be kind of cute. I don't even want it to be all that extravagant if it doesn't need to be, but you know, that's just an idea that I had. I kind of like the idea of getting little tattoos along your wrists, but then, yeah, that probably hurt. I mean, the one on my thigh didn't hurt, but that's a thigh. They're quite meaty. But wrists, I'm pretty sure they're one of the most painful places you can get them, so I don't know if I'd go ahead with that. Either that or like inner arm, like there or something. Little TARDIS outline there, that could be kind of nice, I don't know. Another idea I'm kind of toying with at the moment is, if anyone's ever played Bioshock, then the main character, Jack, who you see his hands because it's a first person game, the character you play as anyway, Jack, he has these little chain tattoos along his wrists. It's just like symbolic as to like his backstory and everything, but I don't know, I just kind of like the idea of that. But A, I don't think that would suit me. B, again, wrist tattoos hurt like shit. And C, I don't know if I like the Bioshock games enough to get permanent ink of them on me, so I don't know, I'm kind of toying with that. Probably won't go ahead with it though, but yeah. Besides that, I've really not had any proper like tattoo ideas in mind recently, to be honest. It's the sort of thing I want to spend a long time thinking about before going ahead with it, like I did with that one. But yeah, that's something to look forward to in the future, perhaps, trying to sort of come up with some ideas as to what to do there. Some other things. Got a job, somehow that happened. Been working at my local Morrison since about the middle of July this year, so yeah. Do I care about that job? Not really, I'm only there for the money, but then again, I'm sure pretty much everybody else is. It's decent. Work in the meat and fish department, so I do have to pick up a lot of raw meat and fish, but hey, you get used to it, it's really not that bad. Really annoying trying to pick up a trout though, because you know how slimy those fucking things are. I don't mind picking up slimy things. What I do mind is trying to pick one up and it's so slimy you can't get a grip on it. It falls out your hand. Like, how am I supposed to pick these things up and pack them away? I can't even pick the fucking things up without them sliding out of my hand. It's really annoying. I'm honestly tempted just to get a couple of knives and just jam them in and pick them up that way and chuck them in, but then I'd probably get told off for that, for desecrating the trout. Desecrating the trout, that sounds like some really weird sex euphemism, and I don't even want to think about what that could possibly mean. Moving the fuck on. But yeah, it is what it is. I just man the counters for the meat and fish department, put stock out, pull stuff off for reductions at the end of the day, pat down the counters because I do a lot of late shifts. It could be worse, I could be working in a call centre, but it also could be better, I could be doing an OnlyFans and working my living off that. So you know, it's kind of in the middle ground. Moving on. I've got quite the collection of plushie things now. Got quite a few things here since I last did this video. We got the old classics like Harry and Mervyn, the meerkats from Stupid Stories, and Kevin from that series. The goat that I also got specifically for an episode of Stupid Stories, who I've called Gerald, is now staying with me. So, you know, little plushie stick doctor that I got from convention years back. An Angry Bird that I made in textiles back in secondary school. It's kind of awful, but it's still the best thing I ever made in school, which should give you some idea about how utterly shit I was at just about every subject. Santa hat, head crab, which I've had for like years at this point. I got a chest burster and a face hugger from the Alien films, so that's cool. Don't have names for those ones though, weirdly enough. I got Andy, he's an octopus. I got him from Creeley, the theme park Creeley, because I thought he looked kind of cool and cute. He is one of those ones where you turn it inside out and it's like it's got like different moods on it. So you know, this is the happy side, and then you turn it inside out to the yellow and it's like upset face or something. Didn't actually realise until like after I bought it, but you know, it's kind of cute. So that's a thing, and he enjoys sitting on my hand and violating me any chance that he gets. This is really where I'm at now with this channel, isn't it? I'm 22 at the end of this month, help me. Also, I also got Blahaj, or Blobby, however you fucking pronounce it, the classic IKEA shark who's all over the internet. Yeah, he's called Finn. He cost me nearly 30 quid. I don't know why I bought him, but I'm glad I did. He's unironically one of the best purchases I've ever made, purely for the meme material. Yeah, and the most recent addition is Arnold, the axolotl. Got this from a calendar shop. Why they were selling giant plushies in a calendar shop, I have no idea, but hey, why not? Now I've got to put all these things back. Maybe I should keep this on, because this video is going to probably go out quite close to Christmas, so I don't know, maybe it's quite in keeping with themes, I don't know. In terms of the Jake Hyde DIY department, I built a portal gun. Don't know why, probably because I don't want to pay nearly $1,000 for the NECA replica that was circulating on the internet a few years ago. Pretty sure they don't manufacture them anymore, so people are just selling them second hand for like 3 times the price that they were originally at. But yeah, I made a portal gun, lights up, so that's pretty cool. It only goes blue. I would have liked to have had blue and orange in there, but I couldn't like figure out how to do that. So it's just a standard one from the start of the game that only shoots the one portal. So you know, so yeah, got that. You know, anyone who's not played Portal probably won't give 2 shits about this, but I thought it was pretty cool. I quite liked it. Made out of a Pringles can for there, wooden handle. This is literally just foam and pipe cleaners and bits of cable ties all stuck together basically in some like cardboard tubes, and a torch obviously for the light. Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. I'm quite proud of it. It's a slightly longer, like maybe by a couple of inches than what the one in the game is supposed to be, I'm pretty sure, but pretty valiant effort, I think, all around, and I'm quite proud of it. This is the greatest achievement of my entire life right here. Hold on, I got an idea for the thumbnail. Okay, this is going to be the thumbnail for this video, okay? Hold on, let me just... There we go. Right, this is the thumbnail for the video, guys. This is really where we're at with AS Jake now. Oh my god, what's going on with my life? I have no idea. And that's... I genuinely can't think of anything else to discuss in this video. What did I even talk about last time? I think I said something about the boiler breaking down. I showed off a receipt from HMV or something. I think I talked about some books that I was reading as well. Not really reading anything all that interesting at the moment. I'm still going through the 7th Doctor books from the 90s for Doctor Who. Some other things here and there as well. Might do another reread of the Southern Reach books. Again, showed these earlier. I might do another reread of the... I've read through these twice. I've read that 3 times and I've read these twice. Still don't quite understand what the hell's going on in a lot of it, to be honest, but that's kind of the whole point. Oh, I'm very upset about this, by the way. In my copy of Annihilation, page 185 and 186 has fallen out, so I'm very upset about that. This is my favourite book. This is one of my most treasured possessions, and I'm very upset about page 185 and 186 falling out. But yeah, so that happened. I was saying something when I pulled these down, and now I can't remember what I was saying. I read the Jurassic Park novels that the films are based on. But yeah, that was interesting, seeing where the roots of that franchise came from. Very different from what we got in the films for the most part as well. I mean, there's a lot of similarities there, of course, but there's a lot of differences in there too. 1984, got a copy of that the same day that I got a copy of Annihilation. I'm pretty sure that was after I recorded the last Unplanned video as well, so yeah, read that pretty famous book. Now obviously I mentioned putting up the new shelves, so naturally I dug out my old set of books, whatever you want to call it, that was in the cabinet, because I needed more book space basically, so that's why I put up this extra shelf. Dug out some of my old books and found some of these old classics as well. I got is this interesting to anybody? I don't know. If this isn't interesting to you, then feel free to click off. If this is interesting to you, then please stay and watch the video to get my watch time up. Thank you. But yeah, found these classic books, the Time Riders series. There's 9 of these, so just bear with me. Yeah, I used to read these as a kid, years and years ago now. I don't remember much about what happened in them, to be honest. They're sci-fi time travel based books. But yeah, I kind of want to give them another reread sometime. I'm probably a little bit past the intended age demographic for these now, but I mean, there's no actual rules on who can read what kind of books to be. I just flicked to chapter 69. Grow the fuck up, Jake. So yeah, that's something that I may or may not do at some point in the future. I might reread this series. It is 9 books though, and they're all like 400 odd pages each, so that's going to take some time. Like I said, I don't really remember all that much about them besides the basic premise and a few things here and there, so it'd be interesting to go into it sort of semi-blind after all these years. You know, see if it reawakens any memories in me, perhaps. That could be kind of interesting. In amongst the bajillion other things that I keep meaning to get done but never actually get around to doing, that's basically my life story. I genuinely have nothing else that I can think to talk about right now. You know, the annoying thing is, the longer your hair gets, the harder it is to wash in the shower and the more prone it is to tangles, and it's really annoying. Although, putting some of this stuff in there, coconut conditioner, after you've done with the shampoo, works quite a treat. Untangles everything, luscious locks. What the hell am I saying? I have no fucking clue. Coconutty. What has this channel become? I fucking don't know. Honestly, I might just end this video here because I feel like the longer I go with this, the more it's just going to devolve into a mess. More so than it already is, probably. So, this was an unplanned ramble video, part 2, kind of a sequel to the one that I did about 3 years ago. So, if you got to this point in the video, peanut. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't already. Be back in about a week with another video probably, and yeah, until then, see ya everybody. Goodbye. Holy shit. Yeah. Bye everyone.